what do you do when the ex wants you back? So we kind of got that out the way. I talked a lot into it. If y'all have something to say or if y'all have a comment because y'all didn't see the rest, then we can start with that. I basically touched on, it has a lot to do with how the breakup went, as far as for me, how the breakup went, what transpired, and what category I put this person in based upon the way the breakup went. So that's where I went with it. Because, sometimes, like I said, a situation can be revisited. It ain't the end of the world. And sometimes we don't really be done. So the best thing is to not be done, not, walk away until you're completely done, because on both ends, because then you kind of alleviate these type of situations. Because the other thing that I touched on was basically you don't really know how much has transpired in a certain amount of time. If you allow too much time to lapse between, when you broke up and then when you decide to try to recontact that person, revisit the situation, patch things up, or whatever the case. If you allow too much time to go past, I know me personally, you snooze, you lose. Not saying that I want to hop from person to person, but at the same time, my life don't go on hold. If you telling me to my face, hey, this isn't working, I don't like this, or, I'm over it, or I'm walking away. If you walk away, then you told me that you don't want to do it. Because me personally, I'm one of those, I will say, not that I want to be, getting walked over and everything like that, but I don't walk away from a situation until I'm done. I will try my very hardest. I will ride till the wheels fall off. But once them bitches fall off and I fucking lace up my boots and walk the fuck away, then 9 times out of 10, I'm gone. But if you're pushing me away and you're telling me, hey, I don't want this, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to be together, you're not for me, you're not the one for me, I'd rather do this, I'd rather do something else, and it's just gonna be like, okay, now hold on now, because I'm not about to be pressuring nobody to be in a relationship with me. This is a prized possession, and if you don't get that, if you can't wrap your brain around that, then that's for you to kind of work on, because I'm not sitting here trying to convince anybody that I'm the one that they should be with. So yeah, immature people talk trash when they break up. Yes, and I agree. Like I was saying, I did touch on, if you're a type of person that choose to do some vindictive things, or you talk about me, or you tell some business that I told you and you use it against me, all those little things, I'm not really a fan of that, because it's going to make me it questions your character, because now that tells me this is the type of person you are. You can't even be trusted. I don't like that. It gives you an uneasy feeling. It doesn't put your heart at ease to know that somebody you dated, somebody that you, invested time in, somebody that you once cared about deeply, and you shared certain things with them, if they then turn around and use them back against you, it's like, that's never a good feeling at all. If they treated you real, real bad, or in the midst of a breakup, they did shady shit to you, or, left you high and dry, or, was being real slimy and grimy as if they didn't give a fuck, I'm sorry, but I can't help but know for sure if that was the truth. Now I feel like you don't care about me. So even if we do try to revisit this situation, now I'm coming into it with that. It's one thing to say, oh, don't worry about the past. The past is the past. And, sometimes you can move through what caused the breakup, whether it be cheating or some things like that. Some people get past cheating. I'll forgive somebody for cheating before I will forgive them about saying some fucked up shit to me, or using something against me, or doing something, vindictive or malicious to me. That's you less likely to get my trust after that. I got an ex bothering me now. Bumped into her at Family Dollar with my girl. I'm like, here comes the text message. So have she texted you already? Child, like I said, y'all already know, I have revisited. I've gone around the block on a couple of my exes. Like, wait a minute. Now, even if I did, it would be very, very privately. I know how I feel about my love life. It's very private these days, because Lord knows I've had enough public involvement with my relationship, so I try to keep them under wraps. But I've definitely revisited some of my exes on my end or their end. I'll slide. I ain't gonna start sliding in DMs, but I be like, okay, yo, because sometimes I'm not done with you. I wasn't done with you, and if you give me any type of inkling that you're not done with me, I'm gonna go ahead and revisit it if that opportunity is available. Because again, I'm a person, listen, you got to work on opportunity. If I'm right here and you still want me, you still got something to say, you better speak now. Literally speak now and forever hold your peace, because you don't know what's in my background, what's in my arsenal of things. You don't know what I got going on with myself. But you better say something. If you still want me, Jocelyn, I've been thinking about you. I wish we could have did this, and that different. What's your situation? What's my situation? Did you learn from your mistakes? Are you ready to communicate better? Oh, especially if I really loved you, if I really fucked with you, because I feel like you don't even enter into a relationship with somebody that you don't want to be with. So it's like, well, if I really fucked with you, then yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that it is really over. Because I like a clean break. I want a clean break. I don't want the lingering. That really actually does push you through more emotional turmoil than necessary. When you got that person, or somebody's I don't want nobody out here living their life but in love with me. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Some people do, but I don't want that. And I've been in that situation where it's just like, I'm that person that, yes, I love all my exes. If I ever loved you, then I still do. Now, if we were together and I just fucked with you, then I fucked with you. But, I felt your feelings don't change for a person. Now, you might not like them anymore. You might have learned some things about them, but you rather not involve yourself with them or anything like that. But overall, like, yeah. And especially if we broke up and you, broke up with me, it's just like, okay, number one, don't want to give you a second chance. Don't want to be a bitch. But if you, like I said, if I'm still there, if my heart's still in it, and, and that opportunity arises, then hell yeah. I'm with it. Listen, life is short. Not even life is short, but I'm going to make the most out of it. And if it's somebody out here that I love, that I know I love, and I can work with them and work on being with them and put my efforts into making that relationship stronger and this and that, then yeah, I'm going to do that, opposed to, going out of my way to ignore those feelings. It's not even about finding somebody else, but to ignore the feelings that you have for another person solely on the strength of, oh, there's other people out there. Now, I'm not saying be a doormat, and I'm not saying waste your time, but if it's mutual and you still feel a way about a person, fucking right. Yes, I'm right back at you. Because again, I'm not letting no opportunity slip by. And if I felt like once upon a time you was the one for me, I'm going to hold on to your ass. But once I know that it's done, if it's done, it's done. But you got to know the signs. Some of y'all don't really understand what it looks like to be done. What it really looks like to be like, this isn't a good one. Everything is not a forever thing. Everything is not meant to last forever. Some people serve their purpose, and it was just like, oh, this was so fun, and we had so much fun together. We really enjoyed each other. The sex was bomb, but I'm not going to marry you. I don't want to be with you anymore longer. We made our 18 months, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, however long y'all, and that's it. But some people get married and they live happily ever after. Or some people marry people thinking that they're going to be together forever, and they fucking not. And I speak on that as well. Like, just because you're married, I don't care what the situation is. If you're being mistreated, or you're not being appreciated, or you're being taken advantage of, or, you're being deprived of something that you need, want, and desire, then you need to evaluate your dealings. That's what you need to do. Because a lot of people use these titles, and they allow titles to kind of keep them hostage, so to speak. It's just like, I don't owe you shit. And I get it, to having to hold the richer for poor, blah, 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 blah. But some of y'all don't read the fine print on these marriages, honey. Some of y'all don't read the fine print on these relationships, and y'all just be head first with the goofy shit. Just to say that you're married, or just to say that you're with somebody, or just to kind of say that you have somebody. I know so many unhappy married people. Like, so many married people that are not being fulfilled. It's not even about being unhappy, or your partner being perfect, or your relationship being perfect. But when you're not fulfilled, like, as a partner, like when you're in a relationship and you don't feel fulfilled, whether you feel like your partner's holding you down, you don't feel like your partner communicates with you, you don't feel like your partner is adding value to you as if you are adding that to them, then those are times when you have to reevaluate. And you can't just become a slave to your circumstance, or a slave to your situation, or, oh, just because I decided to marry this person, I'm just going to stay here and suffer the rest of my life until the day I die. Because, listen, I don't know, and I know right now I'm in another culture, so I have to get more information on it. But me personally, like, I'm an American. Happy is happy. I don't give a fuck what I said. I said I did, and it didn't work out, so now I gotta go. Like, no, fuck that. No, it's not working. I'm not wasting my days. I'm not staying a slave to you because I said I do. I thought I did, and I was going to, and I tried, and now, after research, it didn't work out, and I gotta go. some of y'all really just sit and it's just like, no. You know, y'all start whether, you know, some people just start to cheat. Or some people just be miserable as fuck. And everything is not, every relationship that is not great or perfect or, you know, lacking, it's not always about another person. It's not like, oh, I want to cheat on you. Oh, I want to sleep with other people. Oh, I want to, you know, to add another person to the mix, or I'm not happy on that aspect. Sometimes that partner, y'all just are not as compatible as you thought. You know, some of us, for example, you know, you got people that get married as teenagers, and it's just like, yeah, when you're in high school and that's your high school sweetheart and y'all been together since y'all was in 11th grade, and, you know, y'all went to college together, and y'all decided to get married sophomore year, and now here you are 32, 35, 38, like, the bitch I was at 19 is not the same bitch I was at 38, and these two bitches don't fuck with you. Or the bitch I was at 19 versus the person that I am at 38 is not lining up, because you are the same person you were when we were 19. You got stuck in 19 mode. You never caught up to, you know, new maturity, and you never blossom into yourself. And now I see that, that's where the whole term outgrowing somebody. You can outgrow, yes, your friends, yes, your family, but definitely your relationships. Hey, you know, what I thought was going to work back then is not working now. You know, I got married for the first time at 21. Yes, the person that I am at 21, the things that I wanted, needed, and desired at that time, I thought I was getting. Today at 33, I don't necessarily want the same things. I don't even want to be married anymore. So, you know, it's just different. So you have to definitely have a good understanding of who you are before you can determine, you know, what it is that you want out of a person. Because when you don't know, then you don't even have any requirements. You can't say somebody's giving you or not giving you what you need, because you don't even fucking know. So that's more than half of it. Like, that's the first step. Of course, knowing what it is that you want before you can try to require it or request it or demand it from somebody else. Most of us, we don't have a fucking clue. And we just trying to figure it out as we go along. So that's how I feel about exes. Listen, if the opportunity arises and you still feel like there's something there, go for it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You already know. Okay, well, worst can happen is start looking like the last time. And it's just like, you know, at least I know the warning signs, and that's no longer going to work for me. I tried. Bye-bye. Can't say I didn't give you a second chance. But other than that, if I'm in it and I ain't doing nothing, or there's space for you. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to drop everything I'm doing and fuck with you, but you could get in on a rotation. I will sure put an X on a rotation. You want to be in the mix? Because now you got to deal with the new me. You got to deal with the current me, not even new me. But yes, when I was your girlfriend and we were together exclusively, then yes, you have all my attention. Right now, if you want to revisit and you want an opportunity to get back in the mix, now you have to kind of get in where you fit in, literally. I could put you on the rotation. I might be able to see you on Wednesday nights and maybe go to breakfast on like every other Sunday. But other than that, I have other things that I'm doing, other people that I'm courting, or other obligations or fantasies, desires, whatever. I could be talking to 3 other bitches, but yes, you still can come in line. You want to get it? And if that's too much for you, then that's for you to now deal with, understanding the fact that you shouldn't have let me go, because now I'm out here. So that's one of those things. Can you change your views once you find a partner? As far as what views? Because I believe that, so somebody on Facebook is saying, can you change your views once you find your partner? Not really sure if that was like a delayed comment or what you're asking me, but as far as views, I know I did mention that I don't want to get married, because somebody asked me that before. I don't know if maybe that's what you're talking about, and possibly. Things can change, your thoughts can change, your wants and desires can change. You might go into a situation, some of us be bitter or scorned from our last situations, or, you know, we're just at a place in our life where we don't want this and we don't want that, or we don't think about certain things. I don't want to I'm 70% sure, but I don't want to, like, you know, go in all harsh, like, oh, I don't want to be married, I don't never want to be engaged, and da-da-da. Like, I've been proposed to a couple times, I've been married once, like, yeah, you know, I know that, for a perfect example, I can firmly say that I don't want any more children. Like, I can say that with a firm, straight face. Now, have I been in situations where it was just like I wanted to kind of relax that idea a little bit? It's just like, you know what? I would be willing. But what I've come to the conclusion is, within myself, without the influence of another person, I can, if the situation arises, assist in parenting a new child with a partner. But me personally giving birth to another child is not going to happen. It's not a desire of mine. So, can I get in a situation with somebody that makes me want another baby? Sure. The odds that it's a woman is going to be like 98%. So it's just like, yeah, but you can have one, and I'll be right here to hold your hand and have your back and help you buy clothes, but I'm not pushing out another child. It's not happening. And I can say that firmly. I can say that strongly, and I can say that confidently. So I can't say if that's a view that will change. But can I be with somebody that makes me fall in love again, that makes me believe in marriage and believe in happiness and, want to be with them forever? Fucking right. I would love to. But right now, I'm not looking for that. That's just not something that's on my agenda at the moment. So I pay it no mind. That's kind of how I take that. So, yeah. So those are my thoughts on the ex situation. Somebody else brought up another good topic. They wanted to talk about networking. Now, I know that's kind of one side to another side, but I'm trying to go based off the people that actually submitted. People that actually commented and responded and gave me topic suggestions. I want to at least address some of them before we go into open discussion. So if y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about, if y'all have some topic suggestions and we still have time, then definitely just comment them and I'll try to get to them. What's on my agenda at the moment? Honestly, at the moment, as cliche as it is, I'm just trying to focus on me, like just Jocelyn. I am definitely a relationship prone person. I am that person that's been like in relationships since she was a teenager. I was I found love at a very young age. I had my high school sweetheart was my first love. We had our first child. We were together for a long time. Once I kind of faded out of that situation, a new situation arose. I was married at 21, had another child. Most of my early 20s, I was just like a mom. I was a mom, and I was either a wife or somebody's girlfriend. So I've always been somebody's girlfriend or something like that. I've always been like, I guess it's a gift of gravitation. I've always had the gift of gravitation, so I don't really have a hard time dating or meeting people. And it's not, I say this very humbly, it's not hard to fall for me. Like, I think I'm pretty dope, and most of the people that I've encountered in life have felt the same way and felt that I was pretty dope. And I met some dope ass people along the way. So for so long, more often than not, I have been in a relationship. So I kind of am. What's on my agenda is I'm like forcing myself to be single. Like literally, I'm going against my normal nature. Like it's not even my better judgment. It's in my nature to be real relationship prone. If I meet somebody, I like them, fuck it. You're my girlfriend or you're my boyfriend. I want you. You're all mine. I'm all yours, and that's just that. But and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not ashamed of my past or anything like that. But I just want to try for myself. Honestly, it really is for myself. And I know a lot of people look at me like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, you just doing it because, even, again, state of transparency, a lot of people think, after my last situation with my ex-fiance, that's why I want to be single. And it's just like, no, I still love her. Like, yes, I was going to marry that girl. I don't have anything against her either. But it just kind of showed me, Jocelyn, you're always in a relationship. I don't even know what single looks like. Like, I've never been a cheater. I've always been really flirtatious. So granted, I've been in relationships where, I can, if I'm out, I can flirt with girls or I can dance with people, or that's never been a big issue for any of my partners. So it's just like, I'm still able to be me. It's never been my strong desire to just have all these women or all these partners or all these men or anything. That's never been my desire. It's just like, as long as I can still be me, my free spirit, like, let me be great. But to actually, like, just date, it's just like, no. Nobody kind of has papers on me right now. Nobody, like, has papers on me. So it kind of feels good, It's people, I can meet somebody and like them, but it's like, to me, I feel like, Jocelyn, turn it down. Turn it down. Don't go head first, because I'll snatch a bitch up. You're my girlfriend. I like you. You don't get on my nerves. You're pretty. You do this, and that. We vibe. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Next, take her off the market. Sit your ass down. And that's the end of that. But it's just like, let me just try something different. Honestly, that's really what it is. It's just to try something different. Because I know what relationships look like. I know what a relationship with me looks like. I know who I am, what I am, and to a certain extent what it is that I want. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still growing just like everybody else, and it's a consistent journey, and what you want, what you need, want, and desire changes over time. But me personally, as of right now, I know what I want for the most part, and it's just like, yeah, I know what I want. I know what it would take for somebody to be my girlfriend, but I just don't want one right now. So if you really want to be my girlfriend, then you'll just not say wait around, but I'm going to still treat you good. But it's just like, nobody is locked me down, or I haven't locked anybody down. And that's what I'm avoiding. Or that's what I'm staying away from. Just being the whole concept of being locked down. Somebody actually having papers on me, and this is my bitch, and I'm your girl. Like, that's it. So just seeing what that feels like. Because it's like, it's one thing to have the option to do something, but that don't mean I'm out here sleeping with a bunch of people or whatever like that. I'm just trying to be great and not get too focused on one thing, if that makes sense. Single life sucks, but it's a great thing when you got goals. So yeah and no, because I always get people that say, and that's why I was very mindful of the cliche ass statement when somebody said, well, what is your agenda? Well, I'm just focusing on me. I personally, and this is my personal opinion, because I get a lot of feedback, backlash, and a lot of people agree or disagree with me. I am not a person that feels like I cannot focus on myself and my goals, and I cannot accomplish anything just because I'm in a relationship. Me personally, if my relationship hinders me from being a better me and becoming a better bitch, then it's just like, that's not a relationship I need to be in. I'm not a person that, only single people be focused. No, I can be focused on me. And if I have the right partner, then they're just going to pour into me, and I'm going to be able to pour into them, and that reciprocity is going to exist there. And I'm going to, if anything, just going to make me stronger, help build me up. If you're in a relationship and your partner is not building you up, they're not attributing to your happiness, attributing to your success, attributing to your goals, supporting your goals, respecting your hustle, then I don't need to be with you regardless. Fuck be with anybody. I don't need to be with you. So I don't like the concept or the thought process that you have to be single. Like, when you're in a relationship, you just get totally sidetracked. Now, I have had my experiences where I've allowed a relationship to maybe take a little bit more of my focus than it should. But I don't regret it, because it's just like, well, who's to say how much my relationship should get versus how much, my business should get, or how much my personal goals should get. I need to be able to do all this simultaneously. So if I'm dealing with you and the lives don't mesh, that's when we'll probably need to revisit this situation. Like, okay, now we need to come back to the table, because I don't like feeling like it's either you or, me, basically. If it comes down to a you versus me, that's human nature. I have to pick myself. Now, this could be me and you against the world, but when it comes down to you versus me and I got to choose, fucking right, I'm going to choose me. That's how anybody should be. That is supposed to be your human nature. If you have a tendency to put in another person before yourself, or you have to put all your shit on the back burner on behalf of this person, then that is not a good look. That's not where we need to be. And this relationship is not cohesive we're not cohesive to each other. It's not blending well. The reciprocity is not there. I want to be able to pour into you. You pour into me. I help you. You help me. Listen, you're trying to build a contracting business. I'm trying to build a media business. You need to do this. I need to do this for you. These are my strengths. These are your strengths. These are my weaknesses. Like, come on. That's how that's supposed to go. Like, come on. We got to give. Let me not miss some of y'all comments. Let me say, child, I'm single, mixed single stem, but can also flex the relationship fence when it's healthy. It feels good to date, though. Yes, definitely. Because it's just like, it's not that I can't, but again, like I said, me personally, where I'm at right now, dating is something that I haven't done, that I haven't really got into, honestly. Like, I know how to be a good ass girlfriend, bomb ass girlfriend. Like, shit, I know how to be a good wife too. You know, and it's just like, I know where I fit in with that. I know what I want out of a relationship if I were to get another one. But again, like I said, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what single Jocelyn looks like. I don't know what it looks like to really, truly date several people, because y'all know how I feel about dating is process of elimination, so eventually somebody wins. But it's all about, you know, it has to be some contenders. If you're just talking to one person and you're only dating that one person, and you only go out with them and you only talk to them and you only sleep with them, yeah, and all that is just like, well, you kind of just prolonging the inevitable. But when you throw other people in the mix, you gotta really, because I want to actually choose you. I don't want it to just be, well, it's just you, so fuck it, I guess we go together now. Like, I want to choose you. I want to have options, and I still decided to pick your ass. That's how I want you to feel. Like, you got the prize in the bottom of the Cracker Jack box. Like, see? You put in the work, and now you get me. So maybe I think too highly of myself, but that's how I feel. So with you not dating, do you act on your sexual behavior? Yes. So as far as sex goes, I, again, am an adult. And I don't shy away from anybody's beliefs, anybody's feelings, anybody's whatever that they have. But I personally feel like I'm going to do what I want with my body. If I want to have sex, if it's on the first date, if it's on the last date, if we're in a relationship, if we're not in a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, as long as I'm safe, as long as I'm being safe, whether it be, you know, whatever safe sex looks like to you, condoms, or, you know, going back and forth to get STD testing, you know, I don't know what y'all be doing. I don't know if y'all dry humping. I don't know. But if I got it, I'm not going without because of whatever. Like, dating, yes, if I gotta test my goods. I'm not saying I'm about to be out here sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry, but at the same time, if I want something, I'm going to get it. I'm not gonna not get it. Well, I'm supposed to wait till I get into a relationship? What if I wait 6 months I'm dating you and talking to you and having fucking blue balls and shit, and then we finally decide that we're together and your sex is trash? Now we gotta bring everything back to the table, and now that just reevaluates everything that I felt about you. It's just like, oh, you're so nice, oh, you're so pretty, oh, you're so good, oh, you can cook, but your sex is trash, and I don't want to date you. I don't want to be with you. I can't settle down with that forever. No. So yes, I have sex when I want to. I haven't been single in 25 years, learning to be single. Yeah, it's different. Is it okay for your partner? Yeah, it's okay for my partner. What? Maybe I was reading y'all comments too slow. Give me a second. Right. You should be able to have both worlds for self in your relationship, but one should not outshine the other. And if it does, it should be you. Right. Exactly. It's just like, if I got to choose between...
You want your food or you want to wait?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
You know, if I got to choose between you versus me, no, it's always going to be me. That should be, and that's anybody. So you shouldn't even get upset for choosing me versus you, because you should do the same. If you choose me when you got to decide between you and me, that's just not healthy. It's not healthy, and a lot of people don't understand that. So many people are so busy trying to please the other person that they don't understand that that's not good. I don't want that from nobody. I don't want anybody to put me before themselves. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Do you sleep with all of them that you date? I think I already answered that. Yes, it's okay to think highly of yourself. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's not about sleeping around. It's just, I think as far as that, so many people get wrapped up on sex and try to make it, honestly, people try to make it more than it is. Sex is just that. Sex between adults. If I'm a grown-ass woman and I want to fuck, I'm going to. I'm not saying I'm going to pull a fucking homeless man off the street, but if I'm interacting with somebody and they're turning me on, I'm not about to play this fucking third grade game like, I don't want to do. Listen, okay. And honestly, it's not even a matter of, you know what, you don't want to do it, so I'm going to go to the next one. Because if I'm here with you and I'm turned on, then you're the one that I want to be with. You're the one that I want to experience this with at this time. Now, if 3 days from now and I'm with somebody else and we're out to dinner and we're doing this, and that, and then I get turned on by them and I decide I want to have sex with them, then that's when I'll revisit that. But it's not, I'm not going to not. I don't have any reason to not. Because again, and a lot of people, get so wrapped up in sex being so taboo. I feel like, me personally, at 33 years old, nothing's taboo about sex. If I can't talk to you about sex, we can't communicate about sex, we can't have sex when I want to, we're on some type of pussy strike, or I don't have time for nothing like that. It's unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. And a lot of people try to throw safe sex in the mix, and everybody want to get super, super, super safe. And it's just like, oh, well, just understand. And this is where some people don't have the same value or the same thought process. But me personally, again, I care more about myself than I care about you. It's a sad fact. It's just reality. I care more about myself and my well-being than you care about myself and my well-being. Let alone than I care about yourself and your well-being. So I'm not going to put myself in a situation in which I feel like I'm not, being safe, or something that's going to harm me, or something that's not going to put me in the best situation. If I want to bust a nut, I'm going to. So just like I'm not going to allow myself to purposely be deprived of something that I can very well get, and you just want to play games, I'm not doing that. But I'm also not going to be frivolous with my body, because it's my body. I only have one body. I have to take care of it. I'm responsible for my body. So many people get wrapped up in, oh, well, you're sleeping with all these people, and I got to make sure this. You got to make sure on your end. You do your part. I'll do my part. Because, again, I'm taking care of my body. Because whether I sleep with you or 30 other people, it's going to be on me. So I'm not really worried about you trying to take care of my shit. Bitch, I got my shit under control. You keep your shit under control. Because whether I have sex with 3 or 30 people, I'm cool over here. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to take care of me, or deal with my own consequences, repercussions, whatever. I'm not just out here frivolously not giving a fuck about nobody and not about myself. Even if I don't care about you, I care about me. So that's a whole nother thing. And I think that's just where, and I understand that some adults are not that mature, and some people are a little bit more messy and frivolous, and even just ignorance kind of plays a part in some things. You don't know how some people were raised and everything like that. But it's just like, I don't got time to be worrying about that. I'm good over here. I'm good because I have to make sure that I'm good. So that's never going to be a thing. That's never going to be an issue. Anything else? I don't want to skip no more questions before. I'm not going off just yet. We still got a few minutes. So you literally go to the doctor after every partner? No, not necessarily. If it lines up that way, I haven't had that many partners, so if it lines up that way, then it does. But it's not like something that I do habitually. Now, some people are a little bit more strategic, and some people have more methodology to it than others. But that's for you. Everybody's situation is not the same. No, I don't sit here and every time I sleep with somebody, I'm going back and running back and forth to the doctor. No, I do not. Do I use my best judgment? Do I be as safe as possible? And do I regularly stay up on my body and my checkups? Yes, I do. And if somebody, and again, I don't knock nobody else's hustle, because at the end of the day, you need to take care of yourself the best way you need to. I just need people to understand that it's not for you to take care of me. It's for me to take care of me and you to take care of you. And if you taking care of you doesn't work with how I take care of me, then we probably shouldn't. And I respect that, because you need to do what you need to do for you. And I need to do what I need to do for me. And if it doesn't match up, then it doesn't match up. So that, you know what I mean? That makes perfect sense. But that's just understanding who you are. Again, who you are and what you want. Your wants is not my wants. Your requirements aren't my requirements. Your standards are not my standards. Your needs, because some people do all that extra shit and fucking, you could go to the doctors right after a partner, and AIDS takes 6 months to show up. So 6 months from now, I could be fucking another bitch. So all of those things is just, that's a lot of that is in people's heads. And I don't knock nobody, but it's just like, I do what I do. You know what I mean? I know my body. I'm very, very understanding of myself. I feel like, again, you get to a certain age where you know your body one way or another. Whether it's an STD, whether it's a cold, whether it's a hair bump, whether it's an ingrown toenail, whether your hair growing out, whether your eyes is watering, whether your allergies is acting up, whatever, you know your body. So as a grown person, you should know your own body. Okay, I'm almost done. Yeah, so you know your own body. Figure it out, and like I said, especially as women and as adults, we know what we're doing and what we're not doing. And I don't know, I've never been a man, so I don't know what their situation is, but I feel like most adults, we have encountered enough with our bodies to know what we're doing and not doing. So I don't even get into that. And like I said, I don't knock anybody else's methods of health and checking, but so many people have a false sense of security. Honestly, if we being real, like I said, with Natalie bringing up the whole going to the doctors after every single partner, that gives a false sense of security on its own. Because yeah, you might could go to the doctor and this person didn't give you chlamydia or nothing real obvious, but you can fucking have HIV or herpes or some shit that don't show up until whenever. Period. You said, so take off all your clothes? Who? Right now? Or are you talking about having sex? Yeah, because if we fucking, you guys to get naked, honey. I don't got time to be fucking with no t-shirt on or still have my boots and my jacket on. Come on, I'm not a nigga and this is not a quickie. Even if it's a quickie, you're going to need to make sure it's convenient. It got to be like, have a dress on like this, and I pull it up, snatch your panties off, throw them in the trash. I don't know. I'm real shut out. So it depends. But yeah, it got to happen, and it got to happen right. I don't have time to be playing around. Now, technically, we should be ending, but I'll give y'all this last 15 minutes, but y'all have to give me another topic. So, because I'm over talking about exes and sex and relationships and all of that. So, do y'all have any other topics before I end the show? Because I'm going to give y'all 15 minutes from earlier that I missed. But, I don't know. So, what else do y'all have? Also, wait, it was one other thing that I forgot to mention from one of the other suggestions or requests, rather. I don't want to talk about networking. It just doesn't fit the topic today. So I'll shout out to whoever sent me that. I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her another time. No, I'll never tag nobody in when I'm doing Talk to Me Tuesday. That's only if I'm doing like a regular live. But for Talk to Me Tuesday, I can't add nobody. Child, and this connection is trash enough. You already know. I'm barely making it with my connection, so I cannot afford to put nobody else in here. That's just not even going to be a good look. How's my experience in Jamaica? Is Kingston bad, like they say? My experience thus far has been awesome. Like I told you guys, I have every intention on, putting together the vlog, and I'll let y'all see, how everything went, and everything like that. I've seen a lot, and a lot, and a lot of it has led to, the topic that the episode that I want to work on next week is going to be gratitude and perspective. Because the one thing, the things that have been sticking out to me thus far, and I've only been here for a couple days, I still have like almost a week to go before I leave. I'll leave in like 6 days or something. But that's definitely has stuck out to me. Just the concept of like, the gratitude piece is just like, it's so many things as Americans we take for granted. Things are fucked up in our opinion, and there's so many things we don't like, whether it be our government, whether it be we don't like our streets, we don't like our schools, we don't like so much shit. But the people over here is just such a different, it's a different type of poor, like a different type of poverty, just a different type of circumstance. And it gives, I know for me, a great appreciation and, a sense of gratitude for the things that we do have. Even I know I like to, if nothing else, focus on my own situation and just seeing how fucked up, so to speak, I thought that, certain situations that I've been in has just like crippled my life so bad, and to be here and it's just like, I'm stressing about my car getting into an accident, and these people literally walk every fucking where. Side of the dirt road with flip-flops on, 900 fucking degrees burning on the goddamn head, like no option to have a car. Little kids walking and taking like crazy taxis, crazy cabs. That's why I call them crazy cabs, because they're buses and stuff. It's crazy. They don't have no L train. They don't have no subway. They don't have no Metro card. They don't have no, nice pretty bus stations. They don't have shit that we hear. Like, people are jumping in cars and jumping in buses in the middle of the street, like, that drive like 90 miles an hour, zipping through. Like, I've been so fearful of my life since I've been here, just driving, watching how reckless these people drive. But it's just like, that's their culture. And just like I said, for me, that stuck out because I've been y'all know I've been stressing about my car. So it was just like, shit, these people don't even got a car. Nobody got a car. Like, at least at home, I could take a Lyft. There's no Lyft here. They don't got Lyft. They don't got Uber. They don't have the train. They don't have air conditioning in the trains and shit. If they on those buses, they're like jam-packed like sardines, and they jump in and out in the middle of the street. Like, I have it. I'm going to put it all in my vlog, but to me, that was a small thing. That was something very small, that made me very grateful for where I am, as far as, being a United States citizen, honestly. But the perspective piece came to, I'm not sure if some of you guys seen my stories from yesterday, just some of the things that they may have that we don't. Some of the luxuries, like the freshness of their food and their produce, is like, it might be a small thing to some people, and for them, they don't even think twice. It's just like, yes, we go get our fruits and our vegetables from trees and from here and from the markets and, this and that. But like, we can't get fresh food to save our life. Everything is stamped organic and everything is genetically modified and this and that. And they really have fresh ass food here. And I think that's why I've been eating so much, because the food is just so fresh. It's so pure. You just can taste the authenticity in the food. I know that I've always, I've lived in the United States my whole life. I've never really experienced any other cultures. And it's just like the food just tastes different. It smells different. It goes down different. You digest it different. And I've been eating. It's no vegans here. Nobody over here is a vegetarian and lactose intolerant. These people just eat. Their food is pure. Their food is good. Now, granted, if you don't have money, you might not be able to get as much food as another person or whatever. But I feel like that gave me some perspective, because just like, as poor as they are over here, they're rich in culture. They're really rich in, family, and, you can tell that they stick together. So many small issues that we have as Americans, they don't have here. And it's just like, their sense of culture, their sense of respect for each other, their sense of community is crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So I know those are the two things that stuck out to me throughout my journey thus far, is just the gratitude piece and the perspective, and how it's so different. We, on one hand, we would look at them as being so poor, but they're so rich in other things that we are not, and vice versa. There's so many things that we really take for granted. The poorest person in the United States, the person that lives in the fucking slums of North Philly, going to the worst schools, cannot compare to these people. And that's serious. And I say that with respect to them and just respect to us. Like, even just public school. They don't even have public school here. If you do not have money to send your child to school, your child does not go to school. Your child does not have an education. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know like what that even sounds like? Imagine if when you was growing up, whether you from New York, you from Jersey, you from Philly, you from Atlanta, you from North Carolina, you have a school at the end of your block or at the corner of your area or somewhere you can catch a school bus to and get your education. Now, yeah, the teachers may not get paid a lot and this and that, but you have access to free education. At least primary school, maybe not college, of course, but these kids got to pay to go to kindergarten. You know how crazy that is? It's one thing for it to be an option and you choose to send your kids to private school, but there is no public school. So those are some things that I've noticed. Give me the tea about the women out there. Or are they gorgeous, or are they just or they out, man? Are they handsome? The women, so far I've seen some beautiful women. I think, like I said, it's a different type of beauty here. I will say, like, I can admit, just being an American, like I know me personally, even if I wasn't American, personally I am shallow. And then just on another layer of it, as Americans, we are really superficial. So it's a lot of things that we look for, or that we're used to. Not even that we look for, but that we're used to, that we're accustomed to seeing. It's a certain visual that we're accustomed to seeing, a certain look or a certain sense of polishedness that you're used to seeing on a person that I haven't run into that much here. I've seen, I've definitely seen some beautiful women. The women here are amazingly gorgeous. They have, great bodies, great skin, and things like that. Like, they seem real, just like I said, healthy. Their skin is like awesomely amazing. But as far as like some of the surface stuff that I'm just used to seeing, I haven't. But and the men are nice and strong. These men work, honey. These are some working men over here. They work for their families. They can carry shit and move things and grow stuff. And I be seeing the people cutting the little fruits and I don't even know what half of this shit is. But I like it. It gives a sense of like, American niggas sit on their ass and go, they think they doing something, flipping burgers on the grill. But, so not to throw shade on one culture or another, but those are the things I've seen yet. Did you slow wine yet? I did a little bit of dancing, not a lot. I danced the other day when I was at Peaches. I posted some pictures from there from the other day, but I did not, I haven't gone out like dancing because that day I didn't feel good. I still had a migraine. Like my first 2 days here I had a migraine, so I was like kind of pushing through all of that. But I haven't really gone to like a dance hall or anything like that, but hopefully I will soon, and I'll have some videos and footage of me dancing. But yeah, so I haven't really done much of that yet. But I think that y'all are coming up on y'all. I think I got like 5 minutes left, so if y'all got any more questions, hey. If y'all got any more questions, then definitely let me know if y'all got any more topics that y'all want to touch on. But I think let me just make sure I didn't skip nobody, because I feel like I was going through these little topics. Going through I don't know what's happening on my Facebook. I think I messed it up. But yeah, that's really all that's been happening thus far. And I definitely hope that you guys stay tuned for the vlog. It will probably be out like a week after I get back, but I will get it all going and up and running for you guys. So much footage. It's so much that I'm seeing here, and like I said, I'm not even halfway into the trip yet, so it's so much more to see and do and explore and experience. So once I have all those things, but y'all know I was not gonna miss Talk to Me Tuesday, so I'm glad that y'all rocked out with me. I'm glad that y'all decided to tune in, even though I was having some technical difficulty in the beginning. I think I found my little, I think I worked it out a good way. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Make sure that y'all check out the full episode up on my YouTube. I'm gonna try to get it up there tonight. It's just like I said, my connection is a little bad, and I feel like last week's show still isn't up there. So I'll post both episodes up on YouTube later today, between overnight by the time tomorrow. But this will be up in my story. Hey, shout out to Alante. Y'all get a whole spread on my wardrobe and everything that I've been wearing while I've been here. My amazing stylist, she fucking literally packed my bag to the T. Like every single thing. She just like saved my life. So I have a special dedication to her. But since she's on, I'll shout her out. So yeah, she put my little outfit together today. And all my other stuff, she packed it up, made sure that I was ready to go, that I was going to be looking cute for you guys. Shout out to all of my sponsors, everybody. Shout out to Pretty Bossy, of course, for sponsoring the trip. Shout out to all the other brands that have been a part of the excursion thus far. I have not personally shouted out any brands, but I have, my different jewelry and different things on that have been, sponsored to me or given to me by other brands. So definitely shouting all them out as well. But other than that, I hope that you guys all have a good night. I thank you guys for tuning in. There will be Talk to Me Tuesday next Tuesday. I will be back in the States. I should be back in Philly by then. So next Tuesday, which is April 2nd, I will be back home. But tune in next week, and I love you guys. So have a good night.